Okay, this is day one. Building the Frog. Actually got a bearing upgrade. Well, this is what you get in the box. A whole bunch of bags, a whole bunch of parts. First thing I do is I get a little container. Start putting all my nuts and bolts. Try to separate them. Maybe label them a little bit so it's easier to grab them. But then you start putting stuff, wheel stuff with the wheels. Kind of organize it a little bit. Some stuff you put away. I took the body. I'm not going to work on the body yet, so I put that aside. But I'm going to start breaking this stuff down, getting a little organized, and then I'll start having at it and put it together. Alright, this is how I separated it. So we got the gear and stuff here, gearbox, stuff here. And that's some metal parts. I think that's some for the gear and all, so it looks like it. Got the main frame for the body. Shocks, I believe that is shocks, I'm not sure, but we'll find out. I got right here, this front end stuff. This is a little bag of tools and knickknacks. On the back, get all your hardware. This is the thing, you gotta be important, don't mix up your hardware. They always go like B, this is BA, BB, BC, BD. You got bags, A, B, C, and D. So I'm gonna separate each bag in a certain container. So I know when it says BA, I know, boom, jump right to the A. Hopefully I don't get them mixed up. Some of them especially these long ones, these are what, yeah, 3 millimeters. You got 30, 25, and a 20. Also, being from the States, you got the old English, we still use inches. Not familiar with millimeters. I don't know why we haven't changed over. But, so I got my parts separated, and I'll start building it. So this is how I got my wheel stuff over there. It's going to probably be the last thing you do. That's fine though for your servos, connectors. Yep, let's start building this bad boy. This is another thing I also do. When you take it out of the mold, you got like a little plastic tip that's sticking up where it broke off. We break it out of this little housing mold, whatever you call it. What I do is I get a little file. You don't go crazy with it. Just, I already did this one here. You just file it down so it's nice and smooth. So I'll do the same thing up here. Just file it. I just want to take that rough edge, that broken part of the rubber, the plastic off. Give it a nice smooth edge. Something makes it a little nicer. Alright, I'm on coming up to step 5 now. 4 and 5. Main frame built. Here's the front end suspension. I almost messed up in here. I don't know if you can tell. These little black pieces, they're actually a little different. You can tell how that's a little titted. That one's almost like straight up. This one has a little, goes to the side. But they almost look exactly the same. They're on the same piece. So I just ripped them out, started putting them on, and I kind of realized it at the second. It took me a while to figure out in the print which way was which, but I think I got it right. So that's just one thing you got to look out for. These, 4 pieces that look almost exactly identical, but they're just slightly different. That's in your front end. Well, keep on building. Alright, there's the front end put together. You got the shocks. You got a little spring inside. Actually 2 springs. And that's your front end. Not most of your front end. On to the next. And I think I'm now on number 6. I'm just gonna put a front bumper on, and a couple other things. Keep on building. Alright, that was step 6. Got the front bumper on. Front end basically all done. Now step 7 is now you're going to start working on the gearbox. So gearbox is next. Let's keep on building. Alright, now I'm on step 10. Alright, some of the gearbox. Put the gearbox on the frame. Front end's pretty much done. I'm starting to do the axles. I put a little lubricate on this. Got to cut this. These are bushings that go on top of the axles. And I guess I'll start doing the rear end. Yep, that's set so far. Alright, that's step 13. Gearbox is on. Rear end's on. Now it's time to build the shocks. Mount the motor. Yep, time to keep on building. Alright, got the shocks done. This is the dampened oil that came with it. This is the one that came with my Falcon 35 years ago. Except for a blue bottle, exactly the same. Not much changed. Alright, let's put these bad boys on, and I think my next step is going to be step 17, getting the motor on. Yep, time to keep on building. Alright, time for the motors. Actually came with a RS 540 SH. I also have a a Sport Tune, and a BZ motor. Now I got this Frog set up gear wise for speed, and it's like a 6.7 to 1 gear ratio. Now the BZ, they recommended between a 9.1 and 11.1 gear ratio, so I think this one might be a little too rough for my gearing. This is a little better than this one, so I'm gonna go with the Sport Tune. It's basically the same thing as this, just got a little more oomph to it. So time to put this motor on. Let me on to the next thing. Alright, I got the motor mounted. Still waiting for my servers to come in. I ordered some. They're coming in soon, so I'll put all the guts in when they come in. But I'm going to start working on the tires, get tires mounted, things like that. Alright, got the wheels all put together. One thing I always like to do, very inexpensive, just buy a bearing kit. Normally these are just plastic bushings. You can put actually a sealed bearing in there. It's one little upgrades, real cheap, real simple, real easy to do. Alright, let's put these wheels on, make this thing look a little more like a little buggy. And be on to the next. Alrighty, there you go with the tires on. Still gotta wait for the servos and all that to come in. So I'll put the guts in another day. Not much more else I can do. I'm just going to tidy up and wait for the parts to come in. Alright, I'm going to call it a night. I've been working on it for about, say 4 hours, good 4, maybe 5 hours. So it takes a while to build, but it's fun doing it. Alright, I'm going to wait till the rest of my parts come in, and I'll finish building it. Alright, back to the build. Finally got that in the mail. I went with the Tamiya, the fine spec 2.4 gig radio control system. It does have an ESC. I also have the one from was a Hobby Wing. It was a 1060. So I skipped 19, 20, 21. That's the part of installing all the servos and all that. So we'll start doing that now. So I already have basically the frame built, tires on, motor on, gearbox on, everything's on. And I'm just going to insert the servos in. If I have to take a part off to get something in, I'll just take it off and put it back on. But this is coming down to the last bit. Still haven't painted the body, done anything to the body yet. I was going to get this built first, and then I was going to work on that next. But I'm going to see what's in this box and see if it's worth it. I started looking up, researching on radio controllers and all that, and it's a lot to get into, so I don't know if there's a good one or a bad one. It seemed like I had everything I needed in it as a kit, so I just got it for convenience more. But I'm going to try it out, see how well it works. Okay, everybody, this is what came in the kit. This is the fine spec, 2.4 Gs. It's a Tamiya radio control system. Has an ESC in it also. It's a whole kit. Comes with a standard battery, 7.2, little charger. You get your the ESC. This is a little piece. It looks like it goes on the trigger. Standard receiver, servo. Like I said, this is a transmitter, but it's very light. It's all made out of plastic, but it's going to probably do the job that I wanted. Didn't cost as much. I wanted it because it's all kit. If I look at something else better, I'll upgrade it and get some more better parts. But for right now, this is going to do what I want to do. Just get the car going. Now the car actually came with a Hobby Wing 1060 ESC. I'll probably use that instead. But let's get this thing all thrown in and get this car going. Here it is, all set up. The server right there where it's supposed to go. Now in the book it tells you they want the ESC right there and your receiver there. This 1060, the wires for the motor are a little shorter. I didn't want to butt splice and cut all that, so I kept that up. I'm actually going to put my ESC here, and I double-sided taped the receiver next to onto the servo. And of course the battery's underneath. That's it. See, it does have a very small antenna compared to other ones. So it's only, that's only about 7 inches right there coming out, where the antenna's supposed to go to the side and come on up. So I'm going to probably just keep it down underneath the body somehow. But that's the Frog all set up, ready to roll. It actually does run. So now I'm on to the body. Gonna do some painting. But that's it for the build of this part. I'm gonna put stuff away, tidy up, and get ready for some painting.